Virginia Tech's Hahn Horticulture Garden was established in 1984 and it started out as a small ornamental garden and now covers over 6 acres. It includes many things such as the Peggy Lee Hahn Garden Pavilion, where many couples get married, a stream garden, which is a favorite among many visitors, and a take a book, share a book tiny library.
My name is Scott Douglas. I'm the director of the Hahn Horticulture Garden. So my background is in landscape architecture. If you'd asked me in my 20s what I'd be doing in my late 40s, it would not have been managing a garden. So I was working as a professional landscape architect for 15 years. Went back, got my master's degree, and started teaching, and then found this job and thought it was a great combination of being able to play in a garden and teach. So my job here at the garden covers a lot of different things, everything from financial management to HR, human resources, also doing some design work and teaching classes in the garden. I think the garden's affected the community in a wide variety of ways. First of all, it gives students a great place to come and relax. We also have Wi-Fi in the garden, so students can come here and work and do homework and things like that in the garden. We teach a lot of classes to the public and students, so we're able to educate people about gardens and plants and things like that. And then just providing the general public with a beautiful place to come, place for couples to get married. This place has been part of history for a lot of people and couples, so it's nice that it can impact in a bunch of different ways. The maintenance for the garden is a year-long process. So right now we're in the fall, so all the deciduous plants are dropping their leaves, so we're in the process of raking those up. A lot of the perennial plants are dying back, so we'll go and clean those up. And then we start planting for spring. We'll be planting tulip bulbs soon and starting to think about what we're going to do vegetable-wise and flower-wise in the spring. And so winter is a lot of planning for that, and then equipment maintenance, things like that. And then when the summertime comes, everything busts out of the ground and we start all over again. A lot of watering and pruning and just general maintenance. The garden changes a lot during different seasons. So right now, all the perennial stuff starting to die back. So it's a little more blah, some people might say. Wintertime, I think it looks amazing after a fresh snow. Like if you're the first person to walk through and there are no footprints, I think the garden's really pretty in the winter. In the spring, we just have such a wide variety of flowers that it gets way more colorful and beautiful. And then the summertime, there's still a lot of flowers and all the leaves are green and it just looks really lush. So it's kind of fun to kind of see it change over the season.
Scott's favorite part about the garden is Peggy's Meadow, which is located by Duck Pond Drive. Peggy's Meadow is his favorite because of how wild and crazy it is, as there's not a lot of order to the plants.
I think the most fulfilling part about this job is just watching people enjoy the space and see people learn and get excited when they see a new plant that they don't know, or, you know, students doing something in the garden, like with our public garden maintenance class, them learning how to transplant something. We just moved some really big boxwood shrubs, and I think they were surprised that they could actually dig up a plant that big and successfully move it and replant it somewhere else. I think the thing that makes this garden most unique is the fact that it's on campus. A lot of university gardens are not on campus and aren't directly accessible by foot. So I think that kind of makes us a little unique. And then the fact that we're surrounded by, the greenhouses and the baseball field, like there's a lot of interesting things around us, but then we're kind of this nice little oasis here. But I think the location is what makes us unique. There's a lot of things I'd like to see change in the future of the garden. One thing is this permanent structure we're going to start building in January. We've also worked with a donor who's going to fund a formal garden, so like clip boxwood hedges with flowers inside them. So they're going to be funding that over 3 or 4 years. So it's going to take us a little while to get that built, but that will be coming. And then we would also like to find find a donor to build a greenhouse. But that's going to be a multi-million-dollar project, so it'll take some time to find that. And then we also want to add a Japanese garden and a couple of other stylistic gardens. So we have a lot of big dreams. We just need to find money to pay for it.
Emily Kim, a fashion merchandising and design sophomore, also enjoys to visit the Hahn Horticulture Garden during her free time.
I heard about the garden through my roommate and a couple friends because they said it was a really nice place to just relax and study and take pictures. My favorite part about the garden is probably the koi fish pond. I think it's really cute and pretty.
The staff at the garden will be planting tulip bulbs this Friday around noon in preparation for the upcoming season.